And in Rewrite It, we will turn 6 I should know this sentences into something braver.
So let's begin with one honest question. What does the sentence "I already know this" really cost you?
Let's start with a myth. The myth says that knowing everything is the goal of learning. You study, you master, you finish. Done. Closed. Congratulations.
It sounds like finishing a video game. Achievement unlocked. English.
It does. But language is not a video game. You never really finish it, and finishing was never the point.
Why not?
Because language is alive. New words appear every year. People change expressions. Cultures invent phrases. Even native speakers learn new things about their own language all the time.
True. Last week I learned that gift used to mean poison in some old languages. A gift that kills you.
A present with a problem. See? Even you are still learning.
So the problem is not the fact that we don't know everything. The problem is the sentence we say when we decide we're done. I already know this.
That sentence switches off your ears.
Let's make that image real. Imagine your teacher explains something, and you think, I already know this. What do? You stop listening. Maybe you look at your phone. Maybe you prepare your reply. And in that silent moment, the interesting part, the nuance, the exception, the real-life use walks right past you.
I have done that so many times. And later I discover that the one detail I ignored was exactly the detail I needed. Like a train leaving the station. And I was the only passenger who stayed on the platform.
Oh, that's good. The learning train. It doesn't wait for passengers who think they've already arrived.
So here is the takeaway. I already know this is not proof of knowledge. It is often just the sound of learning stopping.
Now, why do we say it? Why do we pretend to know things when we actually have questions?
Because looking smart feels safer than sounding curious. When you are new, a new job, a new city, a new language, there is a tiny voice that says, prove that you belong here.
And asking a basic question feels like proof that you don't belong.
Exactly. Especially in English. So we nod, we smile, we say yes, of course, and inside our head, the question burns.
Meanwhile, the same question writes itself in giant letters on the inside of our skull.
A few months ago, a new colleague joined our office from Chicago. In our very first meeting, he said something that changed my whole week. We had a long list of ideas, and he looked at me and said, "Let's table this for now and come back to it tomorrow."
Sounds reasonable. Professional. Wise.
I nodded slowly. I knew exactly what table it meant. I was completely sure. Table it. Bring it to the table. Put it on the table. Discuss it right now. So in my head, I started preparing my response, my smoothest, most impressive English response.
The confident nod of someone who has absolutely no idea.
Exactly. I even raised one eyebrow a little. Very intelligent. Later that day, my friend asked what we had decided, and I said proudly, "We're going to talk about the ideas tomorrow." She looked at me strangely for a whole second. He said table it. In American English, table it means put it away for later.
Wait, really?
Really. And in many British offices, it means the opposite. Same words. Two worlds.
So you prepared a beautiful speech for a meeting that was never going to happen.
The speech of the future. The moment that never came. And the worst part? Something in my brain whispered, "That's a strange use of table." But a louder voice shouted over it, "Don't ask questions. You already know this. You've studied English for years. Asking will make you look slow."
So you chose confident eyebrows over a clarifying question.
I chose the eyebrows. And later that night, John told me something that stuck with me. He said, whenever I catch myself thinking I already know this, I add one small question. What else can I learn? We started calling it the what else method.
One tiny question that keeps the door open.
And that is today's topic. Because here is a surprising truth. To grow is not to say, I know everything. I'm finished. Done. To grow is to say, I know everything. So what else can I learn?
Hey there, welcome back to Speak Unstoppable, the place where English gets clearer, calmer, and a little more curious.
I am Maria. Still not sure whether table it means talk now or talk later.
And I am John, official protector of the clarifying question.
Today, we're talking about a voice that every single learner knows.
The voice that whispers, I should already know this.
The voice that stops you from asking, from listening, from raising your hand.
In Word Tour, we will learn 6 words for curiosity, humility, and growth.
Written in permanent pen.
I remember my first month in a foreign company. Everyone used a short word I didn't know. It appeared in every single meeting. I refused to ask. For weeks, I guessed. Then one day, a colleague laughed kindly and said, "That's just a nickname for our monthly plan."
All that stress for one question.
All those silent weeks, because asking felt like losing.
And that is the deep confusion. We think asking is a sign of weakness. But actually, it is the fastest way to grow.
The people who improve fastest are not the ones who know everything. They are the ones who ask the most useful questions.
And here's a secret no one tells you. Experts ask questions all the time. The most senior people in any room are usually the ones saying, "Help me understand this better."
Because they know that one honest question is worth more than 10 silent nods.
So the takeaway, staying quiet to protect your image is expensive. One question is cheaper, and it buys you real knowledge. So how do we actually change the habit? This is where the what else method comes in.
The method with the endless name.
It has 3 small steps. Step 1, catch the phrase. Notice when I already know this appears in your head. Just notice it. No self-criticism.
That voice is old. It has been protecting you for years. We're not angry at it. We're just upgrading it.
Step 2, replace it with a question. Ask yourself, what else can I learn here? One small question. That's all.
You don't need a big speech. You don't need to pretend to be the most curious person on earth. Just one question.
Step 3, explore for 60 seconds. Give that question a minute of your attention. Look at the sentence again. Listen one more time. Ask the person, how would you say that differently?
60 seconds. That is the whole price of growth.
Let's try it with something small. You hear a new phrase, I'm between jobs. Your old voice says, I know this, he's standing between 2 offices.
A man literally standing between 2 offices, waiting for a 3rd office to arrive.
But your new voice asks, what else can I learn? And you discover that between jobs is a polite way to say unemployed right now.
You just grew in 1 second.
That is the whole trick. Not talent, not luck. A question.
So the takeaway, growth doesn't need a big plan. It needs one question at the edge of what you know.
Now let's take the what else method into your everyday English practice, because this is where it gets really powerful.
Give me the places. Give me the moments.
First, when you read or listen. The moment you understand a sentence, ask, would I say it this way? If not, what else can I learn from it? You just turned a paragraph into a personal lesson.
I love that. Understanding is the beginning, not the end.
Second, when someone corrects you. Most learners defend immediately. But I meant, instead, try a magical question. How would you say it better? Now, you own a better sentence forever.
Correction without curiosity is just embarrassment. Correction with curiosity is a gift.
Third, when you watch shows or videos, your brain says, I understood that joke. Great, now the question, could I have made that joke? No? What else can I learn here? The phrase, the tone, the word order.
We turn entertainment into free lessons.
And fourth, in real conversations, when you don't know a word, instead of freezing, ask, what's the word for... You think you are losing face, but you are actually collecting new words.
Every conversation is a sample of language that you haven't collected yet.
That's a nice way to say it. You are not being tested. You are collecting.
Imagine walking through a museum where they test you at every door. Nobody would enjoy that. Same with language. Stop testing. Start collecting.
So the takeaway, a curious learner is never lost. Every moment becomes practice or teaching.
But hold on. Let's be honest for a second. Some of you are thinking, this is nice, but I should already know this stuff. I'm not a beginner. I've been learning for years.
Ah, the famous I should know this by now wall. Let me say something kind but direct.
Go on. Kind but direct.
Your level is not the point. The point is that learning has no finish line. A doctor still learns medicine. A chef still learns cooking. A pilot still trains every year. You are not behind because you don't know something today.
You are only stuck when you refuse to ask.
And here is something beautiful. There is a name for the mind that always asks what else. In many traditions, it is called a beginner's mind, a mind that is empty and ready, not full and closed.
A beginner's mind is not a weakness. It is a superpower.
Some of the greatest minds in history stayed famously humble. They kept saying, actually, I still have questions. And that is exactly why they kept discovering.
So losing your beginner's mind is the real loss. Not your age. Not your level.
Your years of English are not wasted. They are your foundation. Now add the question on top, and the foundation becomes a ladder.
Beautiful image. A ladder standing on your own experience.
Takeaway. You are not behind because you still have questions. You are perfectly positioned to grow. So let's come back to the sentence in our title.
To grow is, I know everything. What else can I learn?
At first, that sentence sounds like a joke. You can't know everything and ask what else, right?
But we don't mean it literally. We mean it as an attitude.
Exactly. It means respect what you know. You have worked hard. You are not empty. At the same time, stay hungry. There is always one more layer.
Know everything you can. Then ask for more. That's the rhythm.
And growth lives in small moments. You asked one question today? That is growth. You listened instead of pretending? Growth. You let someone correct you without defending? Big growth.
We're so used to measuring learning in big exams and perfect scores. But most growth is quiet.
It's the question you ask, the phrase you notice, the correction you accept, the sentence you say one new way.
Curiosity is like a small crack in a wall. It lets the light in.
Or like a door that was always there, we just never pulled it.
So today, we invite you to try one thing.
Catch yourself the next time I already know this appears, and replace it with, what else can I learn?
That tiny question is the whole episode.
Takeaway, growth leaves room for one more question. Always, at every level, in every language. And now it is time for Word Tour, our favorite stop for useful vocabulary you can actually use this week.
Today's 6 words all connect to curiosity, humbleness, and growth.
Word 1 is curious. Repeat after me. Curious.
Curious.
Curious means eager to learn or know something new. A curious person asks questions and enjoys discovering things.
Spoken style example. I used to feel stupid asking questions, but now I try to stay curious instead.
Written style example. The best students are the ones who remain curious long after the class ends.
Useful note. Curious is a compliment. If someone says you're curious, they are praising you, not criticizing you.
Word 2 is mindset. Repeat after me. Mindset.
Mindset.
A mindset is your way of thinking about something, your attitude. It is the mental door you choose to open.
Spoken style example. My mindset changed when I stopped trying to sound perfect.
Written style example. A growth mindset treats mistakes as a normal part of learning.
Useful note. We often use mindset with words like fixed or open. An open mindset is ready for new ideas.
Word 3 is assume. Repeat after me. Assume.
Assume.
To assume means to believe something is true without checking. And as we learned today, assumptions can be expensive.
Spoken style example. I assumed I knew that phrase, and I was completely wrong.
Written style example. We should not assume the numbers are correct until we check the source.
Useful note. There is a famous saying, never assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me.
John. That's a classic.
It never gets old.
Word 4 is humble. Repeat after me. Humble.
Humble.
Humble means modest. A humble person does not think they are better than everyone else, and they can still admit what they don't know.
Spoken style example. A humble learner will ask for help without feeling small.
Written style example. She stayed humble even after winning the national competition.
Useful note. Humble is a beautiful word in English. Being humble does not mean weak. It means honest about your limits.
Word 5 is explore. Repeat after me. Explore.
Explore.
To explore means to look at something new in detail to discover it. You can explore a city, an idea, or a language.
Spoken style example. Instead of saying I knew the topic, I decided to explore it a little more.
Written style example. The course encourages students to explore ideas beyond the textbook.
Useful note. Explore sounds active and exciting. It is much nicer than study when you want to feel curious.
Word 6 is improve. Repeat after me. Improve.
Improve.
To improve means to make something better or to become better at something.
Spoken style example. I improve fastest when I ask one extra question every day.
Written style example. Honest feedback is essential for anyone who wants to improve.
Useful note. Improve usually talks about progress, not perfection. You don't become perfect. You become better.
Let's build one example together. A curious learner with an open mindset doesn't assume things, stays humble, and loves to explore. That's how you improve.
6 words. One beautiful sentence.
Let's do a quick review. Curious, mindset, assume, humble, explore, improve.
6 words. And they all point in one direction. Keep asking. Keep learning.
This week, try to use at least one of these words in a sentence about yourself.
Which one will you use? Curious, mindset, assume, humble, explore, improve. And now it is time for Rewrite It, where we take nervous English and turn it into something calmer, clearer, and braver.
Today's sentences all start with the same heavy idea. I should already know this. And each rewrite will use today's vocabulary where it fits, so you hear the words working.
Sentence 1. I should already know this. Everyone will laugh at me.
Rewrite, I don't know this yet, and that's exactly why I'm going to ask about it.
Wonderful. It turns shame into action.
Sentence 2. If I ask a question, people will think I'm stupid.
Rewrite. Asking a question shows that I'm curious, and curiosity is a sign of strength.
Notice how the whole mood changes. You are not hiding. You are growing. And curiosity is a sign of strength. Say that one twice today.
Sentence 3. I already know this topic, so I won't listen anymore.
Rewrite. I've learned something about this topic, and now I'm curious what else there is to discover.
That one keeps the ears open.
Sentence 4. I have to prove that I know everything.
Rewrite. My goal is not to prove anything. My goal is to improve, step by step.
Proof is heavy. Improvement is light. And notice, improve was one of today's 6 words. We like it here.
Sentence 5. Saying I don't know is embarrassing.
Rewrite. Saying I don't know with a humble mind is how I grow.
And there's our word. Humble. It is doing exactly its job.
Sentence 6. I'm too old to keep learning new things.
Rewrite. Learning has no age limit. It just needs an open mindset and one question at a time.
That one is for every listener who has ever felt too old or too late. You are neither.
Now let's hear the upgraded sentences one more time, so you can say them with us.
I don't know this yet, and that's exactly why I'm going to ask about it.
Asking a question shows that I'm curious, and curiosity is a sign of strength.
I've learned something about this topic, and now I'm curious what else there is to discover.
My goal is not to prove anything. My goal is to improve, step by step.
Saying I don't know with a humble mind is how I grow.
Learning has no age limit. It just needs an open mindset and one question at a time.
And the strongest reframe of all, I thought knowing everything was the goal of learning. Now I know better. The real goal is to never stop asking, because the question is the growth.
And these sentences are yours now. Steal them. Say them. Own them.
They become yours the moment they leave your mouth.
So here is the heart of today's episode.
I already know this is a door closing.
What else can I learn? Is a door opening.
This week, catch yourself at least once a day.
The moment the old voice appears, replace it with one question. What else can I learn?
Then, come to the comments and share the question you asked.
We would genuinely love to read them. We read every single one.
And if this episode helped you, subscribe to Speak Unstoppable for more real English practice.
Then, watch the next video and keep the habit alive.
Stay curious, stay kind to yourself, and keep asking.
And remember, one question today is already growth.
Bye for now.